Okay, Minfilia. Mask of Grief. Minfilia has a request to make of you. So this is the start of 2.55. Have you a moment, Graf? I wish Ida wished a word with you. I believe? Did I say believe? Believe Ida wished a word. I don't know what Dick Mash infers. It looks really complex. Like, the moves look crazy. Yeah, Media Tour just went up at this time for Dawn Trail. So, I got to look at a lot of the revisions to jobs, and it doesn't look like 1, 2, 3 can be put on a single button, which is kind of a bummer. But we'll see when it comes out. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. Black Mage has even more buttons. Even more than before, somehow. She has not been herself since Moonbreeder's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Okay. Yeah, Moonbreeder fucking ate it. But we killed Nibbles. I actually, Scholar's one of the ones I didn't look at. Hey, Ida. Hey, it's Graf! Great! Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but... it's just so hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order from Moon Daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and... well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment, so I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. I don't remember what any of their voices sounded like. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and for Daisy at Ratherfrost. Papalimo was also... I loathe to see Ida in such pain, but I have not the words to comfort her. Can you imagine it? I, Papalimo, the one who has the eloquent comment for every situation, but at a loss for words. Speaking a little highly of yourself there, Papalimo. Is that a girl I see? What was that from? We used to love that. It wasn't from anything. Oh, man. I identify with Ida in this situation. It's just like, I just can't. I don't have the mental energy to deal with Rowena. Yeah, same. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade. Flower payment. A sack of gil received from Ida in exchange for a single moon daisy. A lot of gil. Yeah. They got you running errands now. Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Aeol's you to a bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you'd best learn how to say no. Unless I have you mucking at the Chocobo stables yet. I do that on my own. Voluntarily. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? A moon daisy, was it? Here then, take it. Tell Ida that Ida last. I'll have a ward selection of Edware in stock if you ever decide to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. Dowdy. Yay. Yeah. Ugh. It's been a hot minute. I should also mention that if you're watching this and you're interested in joining the Blue Mage static, that I'm going to be starting, I guess, relatively soon. Maybe in a couple months, once everyone's all shored up. We have 3 more slots available for that. Hexing Harrier. Lightning Sprite. Hey, look, a guy. Monk looks super different.
Rowena can be so annoying. She'll just not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it.
Moon Daisy. Moon Daisies are often hung in rafters, trees, or other elevated locations to represent the celestial body when performing holy rituals to the goddess Menfina during daylight hours.
Moonbreed, I love these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
Oh, man.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Not now, tiny grandpa. This is some fucking Great Gazoo shit. It's all gone off the rails. Uh-oh. Here they come. Clickety-clack down the track. Scrawl!
Is that what I think it is?
Hey, Blair. Oh yeah, we added the gay baby emote.
Hello, can you hear me?
Alfie, what is it now?
I received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Okay. Ishgard's fucked, Yuta. Okay. There was destruction. Cool. Neat. It's like, what is that in the city of Duodecim with Laguna meeting Caught at Darkness? He's like, holy shit, look at your tits! And she's like, we will destroy all that is. And he's like, ha ha ha, that's great. Can I get your number? It's like my favorite moment from that game. It's almost as good as hearing Yuna's voice actress say Tidus. Because she never says it in the original game, because that was back when you could still enter character names. They weren't willing to give that up, so they had to write all the dialogue around it. Which sucked. Enter the Solar? Yes. Alfie. What, Alphino? What? My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbreeder's passing. Her loss would be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us no time to mourn. The envoy from Kurthus will arrive soon, and we must hasten to hear her report. Fenders for Ishgard! Alphino awaits the arrival of the Ishgardian envoy. Yeah. Me neither. The envoy is here. Who is it? Yeah, there she is. Lucia. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries if I may.
Certainly. You come with news of the Dravanians.
Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the central highlands a short while ago, and the battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sallied forth with a contingent of the Temple Knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced to retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of our own. Many of our own, too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Devonians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. Is it reinforcements you seek, then? It's true. Do you think the only one that I ever consistently changed was when I was a kid, I would rename Dagger to Garnet. Hey, Darth Force, we're not in Heaven's Word yet. This is 2.55. But we're getting there. We do, though it pricks our pride. It is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Emmerich would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well, I shall depart for Kurthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. Oh right, there's like fucking riots in Ul'dah. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders?
Though I would gladly appeal to the Grand Companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply.
You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising.
I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations, and have them present your request directly to the heads of the Grand Companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard.
That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I will speak with Sir Emmerich's authority on this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellows' involvement. You faced Midgard-Zorma and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Alright.
Thank you.
You wear the mantle of hero well. What's in the road leads us both to Count Dragonhead.
Seek me out when you arrive, Graf.
Okay. Tell me what to do, Alfie. Ba 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 ba. Ah. I think a bunch of stuff there got cut. There's like an awkward jump in the cutscene. Oh, heretics. Oh, it's this part. Hey, it's Ezel. Did we ever get her hairstyle?
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
Except, here's the thing. How about no? How about that idea sucks? And also, you suck. Oh, she's doing a big thing. Oh, Jesus. Oh, well, there goes the barrier.
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Pretty powerful. She's so evil, and she loves it. You gotta respect that. Okay. Let's go and talk to Alfie at Camp Dragonhead. Defenders for Ishgard, not of Ishgard. Whew. Alfie, what do you got? Tell me.
It seems I was the swifter, Graf.
Ah, fuck you.
You two, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about the camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot.
Okay, just walk there quietly. Alphino, I teleported here. How did you get here before me? This is so fucked. It probably feels pretty good. Probably feels like doing a big super. Dyspeptic Dragoon.
Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protection, especially with our nation of their blasphemy, even if it's cutting them down one by one!
Trembling Temple Knight.
We do not fight over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine.
Tenterhooked Temple Knight.
When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt a marrow freeze within my bones.
Oh, Jesus. Bothered Bowman.
The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. And our first line of defense, if our first line of defense can be so easily shattered.
Alfie, everything's bad. I don't think there's anything I can really do here.
It would seem that the heretic struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard.
Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead.
My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been troubles at the gates, and thought it prudent to investigate the cause.
Then you have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders, came close enough to dispel the first of our wards.
Let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Hemeric awaits you.
Yeah, Alfie. Get me in trouble? Fuck you. What a shit. The worms roar. Alfie seems eager to return to Camp Dragonhead.
Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead.
Yeah. I should have just waited there.
Lord Horsefont will know where Sir Emmerich needs to receive us.
Probably at the Intercessory, where we always hang out. In the absence of being able to go into Ishgard proper. Nice. I've won exactly one. And I have all the shit, so I don't need to do it ever again. Like, I guess I could do it for dies, but...
It is reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster.
Oh man, I love you, Harshafont. A single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss. Your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived, and would treat with you in the Intercessory. Called it. I think that the one time we went to the Intercessory, like, ahead of time, he would go to a different location.
Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside?
Yeah, proceed to the Intercessory? Sure. Hey, actually get to walk around here. Oh, I have no desire to use any of the furniture. Thank you for coming with such haste. I apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for.
Yes, but we are recently returned. We are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience.
the contrary, Master Alfredo. I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally. Justinian! Oh, hey! I know that guy! So, last time we saw Justinian in the Dragoon quest lines, he went, like, super insane. I don't know if that's going to be reflected here. Look at the specular on the armor. I don't remember it looking that good. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such matters of the lance, Justinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravani. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. If ever I was without equal, I am no longer, as my fellow Azure Dragoon here will attest. Pieties, Graf, I did not come to challenge you this day. Yeah, so that's dialogue if you did the Dragoon quests. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Lady Iceheart and the Ravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Oh yeah. You ripped out his fucking eye, you assholes. That seems like something that people would be pissed about. Dragons would be pissed about. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero Haldroth, the beast is said to have terrorized Kurthus since Ishgard's founding. Hey Gandalf, welcome! Many other scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldroth plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is treasured relic of Ishgard, one possessed of untold power. Yeah, I'm totally normal. I'm doing okay. We're doing 2.55, which is the end of A Realm Reborn. Finishing up New Game Plus. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secret deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. Yeah, that's Graf. Graf's awesome. He's Grandpa. But those stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics. Their dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Ravanian horde, who an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms, they who spend centuries in slumber, only to wake and resume their campaign, as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength, and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. I'm not going to ferality, but enjoy yourself. I don't have the money for that shit. Or the time and effort. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged horde their mistresses seem fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. Must needs! a weakness the Ravanians are not likely to leave untested.
Oh, me. So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander. Yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us?
I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons.
This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? Oh, well, enjoy! And thanks for stopping by.
I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province.
Stupid now!
Welcome! Hey, Saf!
Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Guardian's arrival, that is. We may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Kurthus. They would not even have to draw steel.
Maybe. An Imperial province sharing the border with Mordona. 7 hells. Very well. We shall assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming of a horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, on the matter of the roar,
Allow me, Sir Emmerich.
through the power of the Eye, I have become a vessel for Nidhogg's strength. His essence is stolen into my very blood.
gasp! You already knew that.
Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you. And the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wherever so I go.
Wheresoever.
Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice.
And the worm who roared.
Was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Dadafin's collar and shatter the remaining walls that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war.
Alfie, everything's bad. I can't help but feeling like this is somehow your fault. If the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in a common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. Oh, good. Committed to the cause. Alfie is ready to begin making preparations for war. Against my better judgment. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the antecedent. Must needs! Alright, let's go. You think there's like an aftershock when you teleport? Because of like your disapparition? Does it cause like a wind? I think it's rude to teleport in like the presence of other people. Zinphilia, everything's bad, and it's all Alfie's fault.
That was what I told you. It's as big as a house.
Is it true, Alfie? Is it all your fault?
Alfino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Not that good.
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
Okay. What, everything's bad? And it's all Alfie's fault?
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alfino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go.
Then a warring we shall go.
The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end.
Walk with us to the end. End walker. I'm an end walker, Minfilia.
For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Why is Papalimo's robe, like, oiled? Why is it so glossy? Volunteer Dragon Slayers. Minfilia would have you assist with the preparations being made for the defense of Ishgard.
I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support I leave to Alfino. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Reverend's Toad is but a short flight from the snowfields of Kurthus. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Slaffboard on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tataru accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter.
Okay. Tataru, come with me. So she was like, gather your dudes before venturing forth, but the next trial, the upcoming trial has been turned into a solo instance, so... Meh.
What do you got, Tataru?
We are rather close to Curtis, aren't we? We must see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Graf. I have 101 things to discuss with Slothborn.
So there's like a convalescence area through there that we get to see later. Like a hospice. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Curthus, then the tow must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary. Infirmary, that's what I'm looking for. As well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I will return the favour. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fight itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official adventurers killed presence of the siege. That said, each adventurer is, of course, free to do his mission. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you might try your luck here in Revenant's Dome. I dare say there are a few stout souls about the town who will answer your call to arms.
Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse.
Okay. Alright, let's get going. Accomplished adventurer. You can tell they're that she's accomplished because she's in Darklight equipment, which was like the best equipment you could get. I think at the end of like in the post-game dungeons in 2.0. Fuck no.
Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay the hell away from Ishgard. So fuck you.
Jeez. Thanks, lady.
Real! What's up, man? I vaguely remember this being much longer. Ishgard sounds like she's in the right mess. Well, that ain't what I want when you talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. And that but from little amigo by the name of Wilfred was there with the fourth that day. I want to know if you've seen him since, have you? No. Wilfred was that cool kid who wanted to summon Ralger earlier and turned his life around and was going to be a hero. God damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. Thought the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. That ain't all. By the time Wilfred stopped turning up for duty, then black market weapons went missing from our vault in Uldar. So now, of course, half the Braves suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folks like to believe our company's a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and steady pay. We pay you guys? You guys are getting paid? Now, compared to most others in the crew, Wilfred's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him would rob us blind and fuck off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, mind, there's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me something about something queer he noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. There's a villain at the end of this trail I stumbled upon. And I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Wilfred. Any road. You got a war to wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought so much you'd know. I'll be seeing you, Graf. Hopefully you don't get killed, Rial, for telling me this. When do I get the Crystal Brave uniform? We're never gonna get that. That kind of sucks. I would wear it all the time in cutscenes to remind Alfie of his failures. Good. Angular adventurer. Volunteer my services for the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer them mine. It was to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventurer in the first place. I was to die in pursuit of a fortune, then huddled behind an icy wall. Fuck you. Fuck all your shit. Angular adventure. Somebody up on the... I think fucking God they added these height markers. Austere adventure. Send me blade to the Ishgardians? Well, and dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the coin were good. I worked with one of them knights before, you know. Wish me like a bloody orky did. Still, I'd put up with worse than that for a heavy purse. Okay. You didn't tell me to fuck off. That's an improvement. Ow. So there's these guards here. But there's no mobs that spawn, like, in this direction. Adventurous frontier hand. So Ishgard seeks sellswords to bolster its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of this siege, those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. But I have pledged myself to guard Revenant's toll. Modest work, though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do. Alright. Speak with Tataru. Tataru, what do you got? Talk to me.
There you are, Graf. So, did you sway any hearts?
Not really, but I learned something troubling.
What to do, eh? Well, added to mine that makes 3 or 4, not including Slathborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say 1 Revenant's Toll veteran is with 12 clanking knights at least.
An allied perspective. Tataru has a message for you from Alphino.
Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been a word from Alphino. Apparently the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight. And they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you'd best make your way to Ul'dah, or you'll be late. Alphino said that he would meet you at the Royal Promenade.
The Royal Promenade, huh? I hate going to Ul'dah. It fucking sucks. We need to get that fucking mount. Meow. Yes. Okay. Going to Ul'dah sucks. I'm starting to finally learn my way around because I've been doing more Blue Mage shit. I don't like it. I don't like the layout. Like, it's so hard for me to navigate. My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I'd hope to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent requests for an audience have prompted the gathering of the council. Needless to say, I feel obligated to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let's join them, shall we? Okay. Whoa, did you see his animation freak out there?
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
I miss her old voice actress.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Ul'dah has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer.
Ah.
I know it is within your means.
Yeah, but fuck you. And fuck Ishgard.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but 2 of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Teleji Adeleji and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
Alfie, you're not helping. Tone it down.
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
It's true.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
I'm part of a free company.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
Were free companies, like, just added in this patch? They seem to be referenced, like, a lot.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords?
Fuck you, Alfie! That's exactly what you're doing!
Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
Okay.
My duty is to my country and my people.
Yeah, Alfie.
If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Yeah, fuck you. Awkward.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
Yeah, you were. Fuck you.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again.
Yeah, from the free companies, Alphino. That baked-in highlight on his eyeball. Looks super bad. I'm so excited for Dawn Trail.
If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard.
That's a terrible idea.
Your Grace?
She has a tummy ache.
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
That's the same actress that plays the Sultana.
I see. Carry on.
I'm pretty sure. Gotta make your voice sound different enough. Ooh, Raban, you need better normal maps on those guns. They were looking a little blocky there. Yeah, she's the Sultana's body double. God